I
Good morning, sir.
yeah
Yeah. Good morning, Sekhar.
yeah hi, good morning.
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sekhar, before starting a small question, I was trying to create free tier account in Azure.
Okay.
I tried with ICICI credit card and Kotak Mahindra credit card and debit card also.
Okay.
At last, it is saying that a bank is not authorized this payment. It is saying like that, even though I have enabled for the international and online transactions will be there, no?
Uh-huh.
That I enabled already. It was there with my credit card,
Uh-huh.
but it is say I'm unable to create the account, Sekhar. Maybe I don't know.
So ICICI credit card and you have tried Kotak Mahindra both.
Kotak Mahindra also, Kotak Mahindra debit card also I tried both.
What is the error message you are getting?
At last, it is saying that this payment is not authorized. Consult with your bank and saying like that.
Okay. Maybe online transactions is enabled for that bank.
For I am sure that for Kotak Mahindra it is enabled.
Oh, what about ICICI?
ICICI I am not sure that because it is not mine. I have to check with them.
Okay. Okay.
Hello, Krishna.
So did you try other browser like Edge browser?
Yeah. So I tried with the Edge and Chrome both.
Both. Okay.
Maybe
Actually,
I thought that it will be guys.
Sorry.
Somebody's.
Sorry, I am Feruz. Sorry, actually yesterday I created account with ICICI only.
Okay.
For me,
It's
Okay.
success, huh?
yeah, it is successful.
Yeah, okay.
It maybe that international transaction is disabled there. I have to check with them. Okay.
No, so,
Okay. I will try again.
Krishna,
Yeah.
when you were talking about international transactions, so where are you trying it from? India or any other country?
India only.
India only, and the region that you selected India, and you also were giving the India credit card details only, right?
Correct.
So check your limit. It has to work. It should work. So for me also, the ICICI credit card gave the same message that bank. I mean the OTP, everything you get, but finally when you click on it will get the message. But if I go when I go and check, the limit was not. I mean the limit was not there. So I paid something and then it was working later on.
Hey, limit if you have 2 rupees, that is more than enough.
It's not
No.
that case.
For some reason, I mean not in India, so I came. For some reason, I did not use that credit card, but it was in less than zero, so some minus. So I paid it and it was working.
In my case, it is not that case. I have plenty of balance actually.
Okay.
Then,
So what you will do not try it out another system.
Okay. Go ahead.
Other system in the sense.
There is one more reason there. You can check with the whoever is it your credit card only, the ICICI?
Kotak Mahindra is mine only. ICICI is not mine, and that's why I have to check with them whether it is.
Check with them whether that card used for somewhere already for other subscription before. Even I used the another credit card. It was used for another transaction. Even that gave the same message.
Maybe I have to check with them. Okay. You just proceed, Sekhar. Thank you.
Okay. Sure, Krishna.
Yeah.
Okay. See, now I'm going to discuss about how to host one virtual machine in Microsoft Azure. Okay. So as I said, right, every day you can see your what is that? Your free credit limitation here. So for me today I have 658 rupees. Okay. Yeah. Next. First thing, to create any service in Azure, you should remember this hierarchy. As I said, what is the subscription? Collection of resource group. Collection of resource group. What is the resource group? Collection of resources. Okay, yeah, collection of resources. Now I'm going to show you how to create one resource group. already we discussed in last session. Still, I am going to create one more resource group. I am going to give .NET 2022 -RG. Okay, just hit on create. Just hit on create. See, .NET 2022 RG has been created. So to deploy any service in the world, okay, especially in the cloud computing, there are three pillars. Okay, three pillars. One is we require storage. Before that, hardware requirement. Okay, hardware. Next, second thing is storage. Third thing is network. So without these three, we cannot host any service in cloud. Maybe Azure, AWS, Google, whatever it is. Okay, yeah, these are the three pillars of architecture. Next, now to host one virtual machines, first we have to look for operating system. Okay, as you know that already there are two types of operating systems in the market. What are they? One is client side OS. Okay, other one is what? Server side operating system. Client side, other one is what? Server side OS. Okay, client side OS are, as you know that already, Mac, Windows 10, and we can say Windows 11. Server side operating systems, again we have two. One is Windows, other one is what? Linux. Okay, there are different versions of Windows. We have Windows Server 2012, next 2016, next 2019, next latest is 2022. Okay, from Microsoft and most of the products they have launched in the year of 2022. Okay, yeah, many versions we have 2022, like SharePoint 2022, okay, Visual Studio 2022, SQL Server 2022, Windows Server 2022, like that. Each and every maximum products they have launched with 2022. Coming to the Linux, we have different flavors, as you know that already. One is Red Hat, other one is what? SUSE. Next, Oracle Linux. Okay, next CentOS. Next, Ubuntu. What is that? Ubuntu. Okay, yeah. Out of them, these two are popular ways. Why? Because they are paid version. So you can raise the case with Red Hat and what is that? SUSE team. Okay, yeah. Out of them, very popular in the market is Red Hat. Okay, so recently it is owned by IBM. Now I can say it's an IBM product. Okay, Red Hat owned by IBM. Next, this is about what? Operating system related information. Now try to create one VM. Okay, so navigate to virtual machine, create it, new virtual machine. Okay, yeah, see, this is the subscription and the resource group. Just now I created .NET 2022-RG. Next, what is the VM name? So I am mentioning web-VM1. Web means web server, app means application server, DB means database server. The naming convention can be anything, so you have to follow your organization naming conventions. Okay, yeah. Next, region where I would like to deploy east to west. Okay, we have a number of regions, so based on client requirement, you can choose required region. Next, availability options. So please remember, if you hear availability, always it will refer, what is that? High availability. Okay, whatever things are happening in background, whatever unexpected events are occurred, even though your service should be up and running, that is availability. So now at this moment I am not going to discuss about availability, how we can implement high availability for our resources, that we will look into that later. Okay, yeah. Next, this is the image type. As he said, we have different types of operating systems. Okay, one is, what is that? Linux. Other one is what? Windows. Okay, if you see here, we have Windows Server 2022 2019. Next, we have 2016. Okay, now scroll down. Okay, we have 2016, 19, 2022. Coming to the Linux flavors, we have Oracle. Debian, Red Hat, SUSE, Ubuntu. Okay, at this moment, we will see about only what is that Windows Server 2022. That is the latest. Okay, later I will show you how to create one VM with Linux OS. Okay, yeah. Next, size. What is the size? See, guys, this is at this moment I am choosing one CPU, 3.5 GB memory. What is the cost? 3,839 rupees. So always, as he said, cost would be calculated hourly basis. Okay, for example, this server cost is 3,839 by 30 days. This is per day cost. 127 rupees is per day cost. Okay, slash 24 hours. This is the per hour cost. 5 rupees 33 is the per hour cost. So this is one CPU, 3.5 GB memory. If you need high-end configuration, click on it. So I could see high configuration is M series, guys. Yeah, M series. Okay, if you observe, M series, it contain high configuration. Okay, I could see 5,000 GB thing. Okay, so here, so how many CPUs? 416 CPUs, and the RAM is 5,000. Yeah, sorry, RAM is 5,700 GB. So this is what 1100 400 GB RAM. 416 is the CPU count. So this is the memory optimizer. Okay, so the cost of this server is 5,21,400 So generally we will go for this high-end configuration for SAP servers like media servers, etc., etc. Okay, so based on your requirement, we can go for what this high-end configuration. At this moment, I am using only one CPU, 3.5 GB memory. If you would like to go for more, 4 to 16, the cost is 10,000. 8 to 32, 20,000. Okay, if you go for this configuration, just to calculate it, for our cost is around 100 rupees. Okay, so I am choosing initial basic version, one CPU, 3.5 GB memory. Cost is, this is the one. For our cost would be 15 rupees. Okay, yes.
So one question. Is it each CPU have 32 GB RAM, or for 8 CPUs it is 32 GB RAM?
8 CPUs is 32 GB RAM. Here it is giving the count. If you go for header, so here we can check the size. VM size, type, CPU, RAM, disks, maximum IOPS, temporary storage, premium disk, cost per month. So this is the CPU count. Here we can see 8 CPUs, 32 GB RAM.
Sir, 8 CPUs, 32 GB RAM is each CPU contains 32 GB RAM or
So
total 8
altogether
GB?
it is 32.
Altogether 32.
Okay, sir.
Okay, yeah, next, select it. Okay, so for example, see guys, this is my cloud, Azure cloud. I have decided
vCPU means a processor, right? Like our system, quad-core processors like that.
virtual CPU space. V
But-
means virtual.
Okay, but similar processors, which
Yeah, same. When you purchase the laptop, no, so you could see CPUs
quad-core
and RAM,
processor.
right? Hardcore processor. Same here. Virtual means virtual. So
Okay,
tomorrow,
just a virtual. Yeah.
yes, tomorrow you don't require it. If you delete it, so Microsoft team can allocate these services or resources for other
Correct. Yeah.
members. Yeah.
Got it.
Okay. Now and nowadays entire world running on virtual. That's it. In our real time, our environment, or everything is virtual nowadays. That is how became market. Okay, right. Next. Now this is what
Virtual machine is server, sir.
sorry.
Virtual machine is nothing but server.
Yeah, server only.
Okay.
Virtual ante ఉంటుంది కనపడదు.
అదే వర్చువల్ ఆన్బోర్డింగ్ అంటారు కదా.
We can change according
virtual
to our
onboarding
requirement.
అంటే మీరు కనిపించరు, ఆడ వెనకాల బ్యాక్గ్రౌండ్ హెచ్ఆర్ విల్ హైర్ యూ ప్రాసెస్ ది థింగ్, దట్ ఈస్ వర్చువల్ ఆన్బోర్డింగ్.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Hello.
Yeah.
For the same configuration, I am getting 6626 per month.
So the cost would be changed, depends on a region, depends on size, okay, subscription, everything, guys.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. Next, have a look. For example, I have created, what is that? This is the cloud. I am going to create one VM. This is the virtual machine. So this is my laptop. Okay. So I am sitting in Hyderabad. To connect this virtual machine, here we need to pass, what is that? Username. Other one is what? Password. Am I right? Yeah, that credentials you have to pass. So other thing is, we are establishing the connection from our laptop to virtual machine that was created in cloud. So we have to use one protocol called, what is that? Anyone real-time professional? RDP.
RDP.
Okay, RDP in the sense remote desktop. Okay, that is for Windows Server. Okay, guys, that is for Windows Server. If it is Linux, we will use SHS. Okay, that is what secure shell. Okay, now RDP. Yeah, RDP. What is the port number for RDP? Anyone?
3389.
Yeah, 3389. This is standard, guys. Okay, for SHS
22.
For Linux is 22. Okay, whether your application or virtual machines have been deployed in on-premises or Azure cloud or AWS cloud or Google cloud, okay, these are same. Okay, yeah, next. Now, what is the username? I am passing cloud admin. You can pass anything, guys, like AZ admin, .NET admin. Okay, next we can say SP admin, anything. Now I like this word cloud admin, that is meaningful name. I am using cloud admin. Okay, password, my password can be anything. I am giving SharePoint@12345, SharePoint@12345. So confirm password. Okay, clear? Yeah, next. So this is the ports, as I said, right? This is the ports. RDP is what? 3389. Now expand it. I need HTTP. Why HTTP? For example, see, this is the virtual machine. You have deployed one VM. So after creating the virtual machine, you would like to host one .NET application. So in that case, first we will install IIS web server. Once you install IIS, on top of it, if you host one .NET application, that should be accessible from outside of the world, right? Okay, so to access that application from outside of the world, here we have to enable one port number called 80, that we will call it as HTTP. HTTP means Hypertext Transfer Protocol. If your application is very secure, okay, we will use 443. This is what? HTTPS. HTTPS. So
Sorry
that's
to
what
interrupt, sir. What is IAS?
I will come to that point. Okay. Generally, for example, TCS.com is there, right? So application is running. Where this application is running? On top of IIS itself. IIS is the web server. Got it? If it is Java application, to host it, we will use what else?
Tomcat.
Apache Tomcat server, WebLogic, we have JBoss. Got it. See here, application is running. What is the protocol it is using, guys?
HTTPS.
HTTPS. So this application running on which port number? Blindly I can say
443.
Okay. Yeah. Same way. How would you like to deploy your application? Okay. Whether it is HTTP or HTTPS. Okay. At this moment, I am using HTTP. If it is HTTPS, you have to purchase the certificate. Don't ask me to purchase again the certificate. Certificate cost is very high. We have to spend around $500, around 500 into 8, 60,000 rupees. See, when I go and verify this certificate information, you can check. This is provide browser, right? Okay. Here, you can check the certificate information. It will be expired November 27th. After November 27th, the TCS people has to renew this certificate. Okay, provided by DigiCert. Okay, who are providing this certification means DigiCert is popular vendor. They could issue the certificates. Okay, this is the information. Enroll test. This is the certification information. When you see certification information, here you can see all these details. C means common name, organization. Okay. OU means organization unit, TCS. Interest, US. Country is US. Okay, yeah. Next, same way, we have to apply the port numbers according to your business requirement. Next, desks. What is the desks, guys, generally?
What is the public inbound before that there is an option?
What is that?
There is a select inbound.
Yeah, if you disable it, it will not be appear, right?
Okay, okay, right.
Okay, yeah, I am choosing both port numbers. Next, desk. What is the desk? Desk is a storage entity. Desk is a storage entity, and it is used to store personal or application data. Personal or application data. Okay, there are two types of desks in the market. One is HDD, hard disk drive. Other one is what? SSD. Okay, solid state drive. You know, right? Nowadays we are getting the laptop with SSD disk. Am I right? So SSD disk is cost and performance is good. Okay, so when you install any operating system on top of SSD, booting up is very fast. Within fraction of less than 30 seconds. Okay, less than 30 seconds on SSD, your virtual machine would be booting up. Okay, try it out. Install operating system on SSD in our laptop, Windows 11 especially with 16 GB RAM. Obviously boot up is less than 30 seconds. Okay, yeah. Next, that is about SSD. SSD means solid state drive. Performance is very good and it support high read write operations. Okay, so here I am choosing SSD or SDDD. SDDD is less cost. Nowadays, everyone going for premium SSD. Premium SSD means, what does it mean? Best for production and performance sensitive workloads. Okay, yeah. Next, networking. As I said, networking is another pillar of cloud computing. Okay, so by default, networking. Okay, by default, whether you would like to deploy the application public or private, that you have to decide. Okay, so by default is public. When you go for Azure, AWS, Google Cloud, by default, these three are public cloud, guys, inbuilt. Okay, inbuilt. When you host the services, that service can be accessible publicly. Okay, when you deploy any service, on top of these three cloud computings by default is public. What is the public? The resources can be accessible from anywhere in the world is called public. Repeating, what is the public? The resources can be accessible from anywhere in the world is called public. Okay, for example, I have deployed one VM, right? So if I share IP address, username and password, if I share with you, you people can sit anywhere in the world, you can connect my machine. Just you should have internet connection. That's it. Clear? Yeah. Next.
Okay.
So
Shekhar, sorry. So when you say username password, let's say in the real time scenario, so every user has its own username password, right? And it will be logging in with his own credentials. We don't need to share the credentials, right?
yeah, that case we will integrate Active Directory with virtual machine. That is total different. So generally, you will not have the permission to access. If your organization has 100 members, all 100 members will not have the permission to connect the VM. So whoever is authorized, whoever is are going to work on top of this VM, they will have the permission. We will manage the permissions. That is totally different. Yeah.
Okay. So if this username and credentials to access by admin.
Admin.
Okay. Okay. Got it. So whenever we need a request, we will just share our credentials, our username and our username to
correct.
Domain name to the admin, and he will provide the access.
Yes, correct.
No, this is just a username and password to that to particular machine. Whoever has that credential can access this one. That's it.
Yes.
It's like admin credentials. Okay.
Yeah. So I said, right, this is what public. Public in the sense, it will create one networking that we will call it as virtual network. Okay, under virtual network, it contain one subnet. Okay, under that, it will create IP. Okay, so don't think about virtual network. This is vast component, and later I will explain about virtual network. At this moment, just remember, if we deploy any service in Azure, by default it is public. Not only Azure, AWS, Google, similar. These three are similar. Okay, that's why your virtual network is creating here. What is that? Your resource group name -vnet. What is my resource group? I have created in front of you, right? .NET 2022 RG -vnet. VNet means virtual network. Under that, it is creating one subnet. Okay, that is mandatory. One virtual network, it contains one subnet. That is mandatory. This is same fundamentals would be there for everywhere, guys, whether it is on premises or cloud computing.
What exactly the means of subnet?
That's what I am telling. Forget about it. This is subnet is subset of VNet. So virtual network, think about your home, guys. Okay, in gated community, you have one flat that is your private property. To enter into your home, I should take your approval. Am I right? Okay. So networking is your flat. Okay. Subnet is your house. Subnet is subset of virtual network. Your flat is belongs to total building. Okay, that is the real-time example which I would like to give, but this is a vast component, so I will let you know later. It will take 2
Hi,
to 3 days.
Sekhar, can we create a virtual network by ourselves, or because
Why
it's
not?
because
That's what I am telling, right? That is private. VPN in the sense virtual private network. Okay, yeah. So here, just I am requesting you to remember, virtual network is nothing but collection of subnet. What is the subnet? Just IP. We'll provide the IP address for your virtual machine. That's what here I am giving public IP. Okay, so by default, as I said, this is public. That's why it is creating your resource group name -vnet, and this is the subnet, and this is what public IP. Okay, so if we deploy any virtual machine in cloud, by default there would be two IPs by default. One is public, other one is what? Private. If you don't like, you can disable public, that we will see later. Now at this moment, just to remember, by default virtual machines are public. Okay, yeah, next. So already we enable required port number, just it is reflecting here again and again, that's it. Next, management. So what is the management? Actually, if someone is asked just 10 minutes back, okay, how we can manage the permission to access this VM within the organization. So if you would like to add this VM into Active Directory, Active Directory means where we have n number of users. So based on their permissions, we can provide the permission for to access this VM. Okay, yeah, next, if you would like to add this server into the Active Directory, just add it. Here it is showing Azure Active Directory. Okay, if you don't like, you can see it later. Let it be, no worries. Now just I would like to add this server into the domain.
So Shekhar,
Azure
like
Active Directory.
one question here, suppose we enabled AZUREDdy, right? So here, so how it will going to sync with that particular domain, this virtual machine?
Azure Active Directory within the subscription only, right? If you say I highlighted here, this is also one service. Automatically, whoever is part of users in this Active Directory, it will be synchronized by default.
Suppose let's say I have the multiple domains, so how we can able to like
Multiple domains means we have to configure lightweight directory access protocol, LDAP.
LDAP. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, yeah, next.
Sekhar, can you please explain the identity part once more?
Identity is nothing but Active Directory only.
So why there is two options, identity and AZUREDdy?
So if you enable this one, you can access local users, etc., etc. If user means that entire this mission going to be added into AD.
Okay.
Okay, yeah, next. Other option is auto shutdown. Assume that mine is small business. Okay, so assume that mine is small business. So per month I cannot bear 3,250 rupees. So what I will do now, in India I have no business midnight 12 o'clock to morning 6 a.m. So total 6 hours. If I shut down this VM, I can save 10 into 6 hours, 60 rupees per day. 60 into 30, total 1,800 rupees I can save the cost if I shut down my virtual machine in non-business hours. Okay, so if you want to do auto shutdown, here you can mention shutdowning time. Okay, I am giving midnight 12 o'clock. So wake up morning 6 a.m. Okay, then shut down the start the VM. That is up to you. So at any cost, midnight 12 o'clock, your virtual machine will get shut down. Okay, as per UTC time zone. If you want to change Indian Standard Time, scroll down. There is a Chennai, Kolkata, Mumbai, New Delhi. UTC plus 5:30. Please remember, guys, here one more point I would like to highlight. So by default, time zone is UTC, guys. What is that? UTC. Okay. If we get any issues, this is blunder mistake. Generally, commonly we will do in real time. So logs, everything would be generated based on UTC time zone. For example, 8 o'clock, 8 p.m. we got an issue. So convert this time zone into UTC and search the logs.
2:30 somewhere around. Yeah.
Yeah, 5:30 plus your time zone, 5:30 plus our Indian time. Okay, yeah. Now, what is the UTC time now? Just you can Google it. UTC time now. UTC time now. See, they have 2 hours 50 minutes. Okay, for 2 hours, sorry. Okay, just add 5:30 hours. What is the time? This is the time. Okay, 2 plus 5 plus 2, 7. 30 plus this is the time. You will get it, calculate it. Okay, so this is the time zone. You have to go and verify it. Okay, by default, not only I am telling Azure, any cloud computing. Tomorrow, if you go for AWS also by default time zone is UTC. That is the international standard. Okay, yeah. So before shutting down the VM, I will get an alert. This is the alert. Hey, midnight 12 o'clock, your virtual machine going to be shut down. Please take your alert. Like that, you will get an email about this shutdown feature. Okay, this is about what? How to shut down the VM. Next, automatically. If you don't require this feature, disable it. In real time, 100% we will disable it, guys. Why? Because that is the business 20/7. Your application should be run. Okay, yeah, but I am enabling it. Especially for you, it is advantage. Why? Because as we are using free trial, right? If you start the virtual machine, if you leave it as this with a high configuration, all your credits will get expired within span of 1 week. Okay, so take care about it. After your practice is over, try to shut down the service or terminate the service. Okay, yeah. Next, monitoring. As you know that already, for any virtual machine, okay, whether your laptop or desktop, whatever it is, there are two types of logs. One is boot diagnostics logs. Other one is what? OS diagnostics. Okay, this is quite common. People are telling, if you take your laptop into any service center now, people are telling that booting the system in the sense they are booting your hardware requirement. OS diagnostics means OS related issues. If there are any booting issues, those logs would be generated in boot diagnostics. If it is OS related logs, that will be stored in OS diagnostics. If there was any issues related to OS, then we can go and verify it in OS diagnostics. Okay, so if you would like to enable it, or else disable. Okay, so at this moment I am disabling. Why? Because to enable boot diagnostics and OS diagnostics, which requires storage account. Okay, this is another pillar of Microsoft Azure. What is the storage account and all? I will let you know later. At this moment, I don't have to generate the logs. So just I am disabling it. How to generate the logs, how to troubleshoot the virtual machines, that we will look into later sessions. Okay, yeah. Next, advanced. So this is the customization. Advanced in the sense customization. Whenever you are creating VM, that is empty VM. Just it is creating empty VM. For example, if you would like to provision this VM with a pre-installed software, for example, you would like to install some antivirus software. Yes, you can write the script. This VM should create with the inbuilt IAS features. Yes, you can provide the script. If this virtual machine should create some additional monitoring tools, yes, you can enable those monitoring tools. That is what advanced settings. Okay, first thing, go for extensions. Here we have n number of tools, third-party tools and Microsoft tools. For example, you can go for what is that? Semantic net backup. You can use this one. This is the cost. Okay. For example, you would like to use Dynatrace. Dynatrace is this third-party monitoring tool. Every second you can monitor your virtual machine. Like what is the CPU utilization? How many concurrent users are accessing at this moment for our application? Okay. Next, was there any process consuming high CPU utilization? That all you can monitor using Dynatrace. So same way, we have n number of tools. Each tool we can use it for different purpose. For example, you would like to install some Ansible. Ansible is not there. Chuff is there. Yeah, this is the Chuff VM extensions. Okay, assume that you are using this server for DevOps. So if you would like to install Chef, you can install Chef client on top of this virtual machine. Okay, that all you can add the extensions. Okay, apart from that, here you can write the script. For example, sorry, I would like to install one IAS while provisioning the virtual machine itself. So what I will do, install Windows features web server. What is that? IAS. If you install it, by default you will get this virtual machine with IAS web server. Okay, IAS belongs to Microsoft product, that is built-in feature. Just I am enabling it, or else later also you can enable it. You can leave it as this. Here you can write what? PowerShell script, guys. PowerShell script. Whatever the command I wrote it, that is PowerShell command. Right? Yeah. This is about what? Exchange, advanced. Next, tags. What is the tags, guys? Already I said, right? What is the tags?
Sekhar, sorry to interrupt, Sekhar. Can you go to the previous screen for a minute, Sekhar? Sekhar, like as we discussed, right? This is if we are installing Windows, right? Whatever the script we are writing in that custom data, right? We should write related to that window comments, or else like can we write any script which is related to the Linux also?
If it is Windows server, Windows, Linux means Linux.
Okay, based on that system only we need to write this.
Yeah, based on operating system only you can use it. That mandatory and basic.
Okay.
Can you please explain the user data and other options?
Sorry?
Explain the user data and other options.
Yeah, this is the script documentation. Internally, if you want to write the script and all, enable it. User data, if you want add, link up with any other things and all, you can add it. That's it. Okay, communication, that's it. Apart from that, nothing. See, pass a script for configuration. What you would like to configure through automation, you can pass the script here. I am creating virtual machine manually using GUI, right? When you jump into DevOps, I will create the virtual machine with Terraform. I will create the virtual machine with what is that? PowerShell. Okay, so now I am creating the VM with the GUI. Inside of the VM, if someone would like to, or something would like to install, then pass the script here. That's it.
So what usually passing custom script in the real time here?
Passing the script in the sense, for example, you would like to install some monitoring tools. Okay, inside of the VM while deploying the VM itself, then we will pass such kind of script.
And what is capacity reservation and proximity placement group?
Sorry?
Capacity reservation. Scroll down.
Proximity related group, that is totally out of context. I will come back to that later.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Next, tags. What is the tags? As I said, tags are
name value.
Yeah, name pair values. Key name pair values. It is important, guys. Why? Because I am the new to your team. I don't know what purpose you are using this server. By look at these tags, we can easily understand that, oh, this is production environment. Who is the client? PwC. What is that configuration and what type of server it is? That so that I can easily get that info. Okay. So apart from that, using these tags, we can filter the resources in Azure. Okay. For example, here I am giving server. Okay, what is the server?
Windows.
In a value we have to give, or like virtual machine.
Windows server.
Yes, we can say web server. Okay, we have web server. We have different types of servers, right? Web, application, database servers. Okay, project. What is the project, guys? I can say PwC. Environment. So I can say production. Okay, owner. Who is the owner of this server or project? Mike @PwC. Okay, project code. I can say PwC something. Okay.
So all these are mandatory deals, Shekhar?
They are not mandatory. That is best practice, I can say.
Okay, okay.
Mainly, it will help us to understand the cost. What is
Understand
the
the
cost
yes,
for
yes,
this VM?
yes. So you are already old resource. I join your team. If I what is the use of this server means I should come back and ask you, right? So by look at this tag, I can get some information. That's it. Okay, yeah, this is the tags.
What
I
are
am
the 12
passing.
resources selected?
Sorry.
12 resources are selected like in resources.
Yeah, so like this, these tags I have 12. Okay, now I have created 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? So for other resources, I have created total here it is showing that one. Okay, yeah, next. These are the important. Now hit on review plus create it. Now it is validating against of inputs which you have passed. See guys, here it is giving what? Product details. See, for our cost is 5 rupees. That's what we calculated. Am I right? Initially, it was the calculator. 5 rupees 33 paise. It is in count. Okay, 5 rupees 25 paise here for our cost. So you have used this server for 10 hours. 10 into 5 rupees, 50 rupees would be deducted, and the total free credits are what? 14,500 minus 50 rupees. By tomorrow, you can see 14,450 rupees. That is the count it will happen, and the free credits would be debited like this. Okay, yeah, next. Once you can review these things, this is basic information. These are all the desk networking information management. Once you are happy with all these settings and all, just go on hit on create it. Okay, see guys,
Are we
actually
creating
to
a
create
normal
this
OS or a
server,
server?
let me complete it. If you would like to create same server in on-premises, trust me, it will take 7 to 10 days. Okay, but I am deploying same server in cloud. Max it will take a minute, only a minute. Why cloud is very popular in the market during the COVID period is this is the one. So to create one server, it will take 7 to 10 days. They cannot bear. Apart from that, we have to manage multiple teams. Multiple teams means OS team, networking team, firewall team, okay, automation team, monitoring team, DNS team, AD team. Many teams are should be involved. Here, by passing the information within span of a minute, it will create it. Okay, so within a minute, your VM is ready. Where is 7 days? Where is 1 minute? There is a lot of gap. We are saving the time. If we save the time, cost also will be come down.
If we want to create with the same configuration, n number of virtual machines in that case, how to?
Yes, that case you have to go for automation.
Sir, we have given region as East US. So that East US is a client location or for what?
Yeah, that is the client location. These details you should get it from your architect, guys, in real time. Okay, for example, you are working in Sweden project. So your resources should be in Sweden region. Got it?
Okay.
Like Shekhar, can't we create two server, like two VMs at a time, like how we did in the AWS?
Yeah, by default, we cannot create. We have to go for automation using Terraform or PowerShell script. By inbuilt GUI, we cannot.
Okay. Yeah.
What is the difference between server and normal OS? Windows Server and Windows normal OS.
Okay. Windows అంటే దీన్ని దేనికి యూజ్ చేస్తున్నాను నేను విండోస్ 11 ఉంది దేనికి యూజ్ చేస్తున్నాను నా హోమ్ పర్పస్
No, I can't understand actually.
Okay, so Windows 10 means this is normal. You will use it for home purpose.
Okay.
Okay, server in the sense application hosting. Just to remember.
Okay, got it.
Yeah. So if you install application on Windows 10, it won't support, right? The environment would be like that. Okay, see, application has been deployed successfully. Now go and verify VM. See, what is that? Web-VM1. This is the name. Type is virtual machine. Subscription, mine is subscription. Resource group, location, east to west. Status, it is running. Operating system, Windows. Size is what? 1 CPU, 3.5 GB memory. This is the public IP. How many disks have been attached? That is only single disk, OS disk. Okay, all the details are appearing here. Now just click on VM. It will display dashboard. So this is what dashboard. Now you people tell me this we will call it as what, guys? What is this?
Blade.
Blade.
Yes, exactly. That is what I want. Blade. Okay, see, very easy, right? Navigation. Here all services, your resources, your resource properties. All things are appearing in same window. That is the power of Microsoft Azure. Nowhere you can see what is that. This kind of look and feel. Okay, now it is running, right? So if you observe here, see, this is the resource group. Operating system Windows Server 2022. It is running status, east to west, subscription, subscription ID, public IP, and networking, not configured DNS. So this is what, if you look at these things, server, web server, project PWC, environment production, owner, my project code. You got some information. In real time, these tags, you can have more. Okay, just I have provided 4 or 5 tabs for our reference. In real time, we may have more than 20 as well. Okay, yeah, fine. How can I access this VM? Copy this one. Copy this clipboard. Go to MSTSC. This is the run command, right? MSTSC. MSTSC means Microsoft Terminal Admin Service Console. Okay, or else leave it, start, type remote desktop. Okay, type remote desktop, here you'll get it. Windows 10, Windows 11, same funda, guys. Okay, I am using Windows 11. Yeah, better to upgrade your OS to Windows 11. Windows 11 is good. Okay, performance is very good. Now go to remote desktop. It will prompt for this window. This is the window. Here enter the IP. You can copy and paste it. So this is the IP 20 dot, what is that? 163.228.76. Okay, now connect it. Okay, yeah, enter the credentials. What is the username did I pass, guys? Loud at me. Password SharePoint @12345. Hit enter. See, connect it. Yeah, so within a minute, my environment is ready. On top of this server, I can install and configure any software as I required.
So for Azure to connect to the virtual machine, we don't need the putty and putty chain like that.
Okay, good question. Putty always, always we will use it for Linux machines. Yeah.
Sir, I have joined Infosys recently, so I haven't received laptop from them. So they have provided me IP address and user ID and password. So thus they have provided me the virtual machine ID.
Yeah, they will provide the laptop. Why? Because maybe some background
Now
check
they
is
have
going
provided,
on.
sir. Now they have provided, but earlier I used to log in by remote desktop. With that IP address, they have provided one IP address and username and password. So does they have provided me with the virtual machine like you have created now? Like
No,
research?
what type of OS they have provided?
Windows.
Windows 11 or 10?
No, now it's Windows 10 on their actual laptop, but on my laptop it was Windows
Okay,
And
that's
at that
fine.
time,
They have
open.
created AVDs. Yeah. Okay, now you got the laptop from their company.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
No, sir, but my question is not that. My question is, like you done now, like you have open computer desktop, remote desktop connections, and on that you have put this IP address, user ID, and password, and then you have log into the virtual desktop.
Okay.
So before I have received the laptop from my company, they have provided me the credentials like IP address and user ID and password to
Username
log
and password, right?
the
Correct.
client server. So have they provided me this kind of things, like means they have created through cloud, or
Yes,
is there
they might. Yeah, they are using already cloud.
So most probably they're using
cloud is
EDI.
new for me, so I am confused for that.
Yes. So there is a concept, guys. Actually, when you open it here only, you can access Windows 11. That we will call it as AVD concept. AVD means Azure Virtual Desktop. Azure Virtual Desktop Client Missions. You are telling, right? Windows 10 and Windows 11. Okay. So in from the AVD, you people can connect. That is different process. You can leave it. That is how they might have provided connection for you.
VPN is not needed here.
This is that's what public cloud I said, right? Public in the sense, see, yeah, I am sharing this IP. If we have, yeah, you people can connect my machine. Okay, username, cloud admin. Okay, password, SharePoint @12345. So that's what this is the public cloud. So if you enter IP, username, and password, yes, you can also access my machine.
Sir, but at a time, how many connections can we need?
By
Sekhar,
default, one only, guys.
Only
Windows
one.
is not a
Maximum
multi.
two. To enable more and all, we have to install license.
This VM that you have created, once it stops at a particular time, do you need to again restart it and from
Yeah, manually you have to restart it.
is there no auto trigger kind of like because let's say we have created this VM and assigned to a user, and they can come at any time to start to log into that particular to that IP address. So at that time, if the machine is not in the started state automatically, and they might not be able to log in through that IP address.
Yeah, correct. If server is in shutdown mode, no one can connect it. So in order to start automatically, you have to write the PowerShell script and automate it in Azure cloud.
So in organizations where, let's say we are given this kind of IP address to log in on each and every day, and if the VM auto shuts down at 12 p.m. in the midnight, and we want to log in on the next day, so is it integrated with the PowerShell scripts?
Yes, yes,
No,
yes.
they will ask us admins, and we can log into this Azure and we can click on this start button upside here whenever they require. They will contact admins.
Yes. I think someone connected my machine. Am I right?
I tried, sir. Sorry.
Yeah.
Okay, fine.
Yeah,
So
I'm getting an error when connecting to your machine. It says the machine is
Windows is
AAD
not a
joined.
multi.
Sekhar, we will be covering that auto start stuff as well in this course, right?
yeah, we'll check. Yes. Okay, so this is about what overview of Microsoft Azure virtual machine, how we can host it. So this is how we can host it. Whoever has subscribed for Azure Free Trial, try it out today. Tomorrow I am going to show you how to install IIS web server on top of this VM. On top of it, how to host one ASP.NET application that we will see in next session. Okay.
Sekhar, just last query regarding that.
Yeah. Okay.
Regarding that free subscription. So let's say if the free subscription that we are trying to opt using that particular mobile number and credit card, if it doesn't get successful, then does the credit card and the mobile number gets mapped to that, or we can reutilize until we are successful?
If doesn't get success means we have to verify what is the error message. If we get you are not eligible to subscribe for Azure Free Trial, in a sense, might be that credit card used before. might be used it in previously. So that that is the one error message.
And if the mobile number has been used previously and the credit card is being used for the first time, so and the transaction fails, so can I map the same credit card with another
Yes,
mobile?
yes.
Like Shekhar, I have a few questions, Shekhar. Shekhar, like if you copy this public IP, right, and the Windows port in the browser, like can't we access the server at that time, Shekhar?
What is that? Come again?
Like if you copy the public IP, right, which we are able to see, and if we give the Windows port, right, like 351.358.359.
Correct.
So can't we access that server at that time also, Shekhar?
Your question a little bit confusion. Come again?
No. Can you copy the public IP and paste in the browser along with the Windows port?
Oh, browser. You need to access it in the
Yes.
browser. Huh? No.
Yeah. And we can add that Windows port, right? If we are doing that, what we are going to
Yeah,
get?
so that is a different concept. Bastion, we can call it as. Bastion can be applied for only private network, not public.
Okay. And another thing, like Shekhar, I'm already having a username and password, like whichever the server you created. If I don't have access for that, in the sense like if you're not giving me the access in the roles, then also I'm not able to access it, Shekhar.
Yeah, you cannot access, right?
Okay. So we should have both, right? Like roles and along with that username and password.
Yeah,
right,
we
Shekhar?
have to manage the username and password. Yeah. So don't think about much. Okay, we will go one by one. Don't think much and don't confuse here. So I will clarify your doubts, everything. Whatever I am teaching, just ask me that question on that. So if you go beyond that, no, you will get confusion. What is happening? What is happening? And all. Okay. So as it is new, I don't want to overload much and make you to confuse. We will go one by one. No issues. Okay.
Shekhar, inside the VM and on this portal, the timings will be same, or how to set it?
Yeah, this VM I have deployed what UTC hours, right? UTC. So if it is not, then you can change the time zone. No issues.
So here also we can change the time zone on the portal.
No, Azure portal by default where you would like to change.
Okay. So it is not possible.
It's not possible, as I said, by default is what? UTC time zone.
It is on UTC time zone.
UTC, Universal Central Time.
Okay. By default, it is the only one time. If you want to change it to India time,
Yeah, there is a PowerShell command. We have to use it. Okay, set type and time zone equal to IST, then automatically it will change it to IST time zone.
So on the portal also it will be set to IST.
Not portal, within the server.
Within the server.
Yeah.
Because I had this confusion, so I asked.
Okay, I will show you how to change the time zone for the server. I will show you.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Shekhar, like is it possible to add another disk from the UI itself, Shekhar?
Yes, why not? Even you can add 100 disks.
Oh, okay.
So how to add the disk null, we'll discuss it in next.
Sure.
Sekhar, if we like stop this server, so are we going to get a bill for the same? Get charged?
Yeah, if your virtual machine is stopped status, the billing cycle will be stopped. So the free credits won't be debited.
Okay. Thank you.
Shekhar, when we execute the public IP address in my browser, it's not opening. Do you need to open any port?
Yeah, that's what I'm telling, right? You have to RTP that server.
Okay,
Not copy and paste it in browser.
Okay.
Okay. Thanks for your time. Tomorrow we'll come back. Bye. Have a great day.
Thank you, Shekhar. Thank you very much.
Yeah,
Because the link remains same for tomorrow.